I have one question for you. How many continents does the Earth have? So you might think that this one is an easy question, but it might not be as easy as you think. If you'll ask a person like me, you'll probably get an answer of 7. But there are some geologists and scientists who would argue that all these have left out the 8th continent, and that continent is the continent of Zealandia. I'm sure you must have heard about the legend Atlantis city who suffered a cataclysm and sank beneath the ocean. Atlantis itself doesn't exist, but there are real places that have been submerged. They include Dwarka in India, Siching in China, and Port Royal in Jamaica. They inspire the terrifying events that submerged them. And what if I told you that the same thing happened to the whole continent? The idea of Zealandia was first introduced in 1995 by Bruce Lyon. It was expanded by Nick Mortimer and his team of researchers in a paper titled Zealandia. Within the Pacific Ocean lies the scrap of continental crust that has raised more than 1 kilometer than the surrounding oceanic crust. It is nearly 5 million square kilometers in area. That means that it is almost 2 times larger than Greenland, and nearly it's 2/3 the size of its neighbor Australia. You might be thinking, well, this area is surrounded by ocean, but we need to think that there are majorly 2 different kinds of crust. One is continental crust and another one is oceanic crust. The continental crust is basically the surface on which the world is built. So that's basically the same thing you and I are living on right now. But in case of Zealandia, out of its 5 million square kilometers, 94% of its continental crust lies beneath the sea level, and only the continent's highest mountains remain above the ocean. Only around 350,000 kilometers of area is above sea level, and today we know them as New Zealand and New Caledonia. For millions of years, Earth's surface was split between these 2 major land masses. The one is Gondwana and the other one is Laurasia. The fragment of Zealandia were part of Gondwana and made up roughly 5% of total land area. Then Gondwana began to break apart to form a modern day South America, Australia, India and Africa. Oh yes, and meanwhile Antarctica and Zealandia split away. This was around 180 million years ago when Zealandia was in its full form and proper height above the ocean. 55 million years after it split from Australia, Zealandia had become almost completely submerged. That might be the reason for a lot of people to dismiss Zealandia as a true continent despite of being huge continental crust. As I have hinted, there is still plenty of exploring and mysterious surrounding around the continent of Zealandia. Its history is not completely understood and neither its composition, but thanks to the ongoing work of geologists, we are building a more complete picture of the continent. So what do you think? Is Zealandia a continent? Do let us know in the comment section. But from where I see, the overarching issue over here is we don't have any specific definition to measure what makes a continent. And this is because, well, we invented the idea that the earth is nothing but just land and sea. That's why no one today can agree on what a continent is and how many of them we have today. And guys, do let us know in the comment section if you want us to create a specific video on a particular topic. We'll be happy to receive your request. And did you know that Einstein's brain was stolen after he died? If not, then check out our video by clicking the I icon. And if you like this video, then do like the video and subscribe to our channel. That motivates us a lot to bring some valuable content to you guys. That's it for today guys. Stay tuned for more to the fact. Take it easy.